So my Amazon package just came, and I'm going to flip through this 18-month daily planner with you. Now, right away, what I noticed was that this Moleskine notebook, it came just like this, which is fine. I mean, it came in a box within this plastic wrap, but for regular Moleskine notebook users, you know that it comes in this plastic, like shrink wrap, where like it has it sealed. So I'm hoping this is not, used, that no one has written in it, which I will flip through. If they do, it's fine. I'm still going to keep it because you guys, I got this for a steal deal, $8. Okay. I'm not complaining. $8 for over 400 pages. Yes, I'll take it. Now, before I flip through this though, I want to show you a comparison of the thickness between this and the Moleskine Expanded version. What is the expanded version? Well, it is a newer design that Moleskine came out with about 5 or 6 years ago, where you have double the pages. This is your typical standard large size Moleskine notebook. This is what it looks like. This is how thick it is. This is the one that has 192 pages. But then Moleskine came out with the expanded version where you can get more than double the pages, 400 pages. So you can clearly see that it is a lot thicker. Let me show you my new one. So I'm going to compare the thickness between this 18-month daily and then the plain but expanded version. Now the expanded version, it does come in different styles. You can get plain, dot, lined, and grid. All right, so just going to get that off there. And the reason why I love using the plain version is because I use the expanded version as kind of like a catch-all journal. It doesn't really have a specific purpose. I could say it's like my art journal, but then there are some pages where I will write, sometimes where I will just collage, sometimes where I will just, journal, sometimes I'll just experiment in paint. So for me, my catch-all journal, just kind of, as the word kind of catches it. It catches it all. Like whatever creativity is flowing at the moment, I just kind of go with it. But because these have blank pages, my flexibility is, I feel like, unlimited, because I'm not restricted by like lines or grids on the page. And if you're interested in more of these flip throughs, I will have my little playlist or my link down below so you can see more of these. But yeah, I love Moleskine journals. My regular viewers and subscribers, I've been using them for years and years. And like pretty much Moleskine, yeah, this is all I use. Now the thing is, the little secret is that I know they're not exactly like budget friendly, but here is where I'm showing you that. Again, I'll link down below. Sometimes if you just keep your eye out on deals through Amazon, they are there. So comparing these two, let's go ahead and measure the thickness. Now with the expanded version, again, this is the one that has 400 pages. We are looking, let me do it here in centimeters. So from the bottom cover to the top, you're looking at about 2 centimeters in thickness. Whereas the standard, let me pull the standard one here. These ones, okay, these are the regular, the normal ones, as we would call them. You're looking at about 1 centimeter, which makes sense because they are double the size. So of course it makes sense that they would be double the thickness. Now the 18-month daily planner is almost pushing 3 centimeters. You're really looking at 2.5 centimeters in thickness, which again makes sense because it's 18 months. So it's 6 months worth of daily planners. So it would be, of course, half a size larger than what this is already at. But let's go ahead and do a flip through. So right here we have the date embossed. I noticed that's a new thing with Moleskine. They never used to do that with their calendars. It was just the plain cover here, but now they've embossed the year that they're in. And another reason why this was on sale, that I got this at a steal deal, was, of course, we are no longer in 2023 and 2024 is halfway over. So Again, I highly encourage you keeping an eye on Amazon because retailers will use Amazon to get rid of their stock that they cannot get rid of, in their shop or in person. It's more widely available. So here, I like how this has your calendar at a full glance. And right here on the bottom, you can make notes. This flip through is really just to help those to see what these pages include, because as I showed you earlier, these notebooks, they come wrapped. So if you're shopping at the store or if you're going to get this online, it's really hard to flip through it in person because majority of the time the retailers have them still in that shrink wrap. So it starts off in July, the previous year, but because this is the extra large, I like how these calendars are a lot larger than, say, when it comes to the pocket style. The pocket notebook, which I enjoy using as well. These little boxes are so tiny. I wish they would use this calendar, the monthly calendar, on 2 pages. I think that would be very, very helpful. I know they do a 2-page calendar spread, but it's exclusively to their calendar planner, not their daily planner, which this was. And again, I noticed that it's missing this little sleeve here, which all Moleskines come with some type of sleeve to show you what type it is. And if I had this, I could read off the details of it, whether it's called a daily planner or daily agenda. So here's the quick flip through. We have your month, and you can see it goes through. Oh, okay. So after you hit December 2023, it gives you an overview of 2024, the upcoming year, and then 2025. And then you go on from your current year. After that, we have right here, it says ideas and goals. Oh, I like that. Goal tracking, travel planning. You can write down, places that you've been, where you're going to go, maybe just notes. This says my extraordinary moments of this year, maybe highlights that you want to make note of. This is just called my blank space. This is their map. I don't know if you can see right here. These little dots show the map here, which again, you can still use as a blank page. A timetable. Oh, okay, this is interesting. So right here it has time, and then on the top it has your date, or the day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then it's interesting, they don't have Sunday on here. Oh, okay. You could probably just split it. Maybe they figure, well, Sunday is like resting day, so there is no Sunday noted, but I'm sure you could use this side right here where it says time for Sunday if you wanted to. So this is on 2 pages. Here it has a little page ruler. One thing that I noticed that they don't have, which I appreciate, is like, I call them filler pages, things that we don't really need now in this digital age because we can look it up, like international holidays. This was in my pocket. The actual full map, I did not really need this. There's also, like measurements and conversions. I don't need this in my notebook either. So I appreciate that they got rid of this. Dialing codes. Yeah, so this is all stuff that we can Google. And I noticed that they don't have this in this edition. Here they have the legend of the moon, cycle, weather, temperature. So just little icons that you will see here on this daily planner. And then like they have in their previous daily planners, it has the day of the week, the month, and then the date. So we are now in 2024. So it really just goes through all of, hold on. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. Here is the wrap. Here is the wrapper that I was referring to. This back pocket. Okay, I can notice it's a little dented here. Oh, I didn't even notice that, but that's fine. Again, I got this for $8. I'm not going to complain. One thing I like about the Moleskine notebook is that it has these back pockets, so you can put in like your paper ephemera. And then you get these fun little stickers that you can use to customize your cover if you would like. Little icons, or you can put them on your daily pages. this, you can use a sticker to put on here, and then these quality control stickers. Okay, that's one thing too that some of my viewers have messaged me about on Instagram, saying that if I get one that has the blue sticker, then it means it's better quality. Okay, let me tell you, this is just my personal experience. I have been using Moleskine for many years, and while the majority of the Moleskines are made in China, which apparently some have speculated that determines the paper quality, I have actually came across, I was at a Barnes & Noble, and I noticed that one of the pocket notebooks said it was actually made in Turkey. And then I rummaged through a couple, and then I found one made in Turkey, in Vietnam, and I think the other one was Colombia. But I took them home and I did a pen and ink test, and they all performed the same. So, and what I mean by performing the same is that the darker inks, especially with fountain pens, if you use extra fine, depending on the brand of the ink, yeah, some of them did not bleed through, but for the majority of the time, I'm using ballpoint pens. So ballpoint or darker gel inks, and the darker gel inks, they still showed a little bit of like the ghosting and a slight bleed through. So in my personal experience in 2024, I don't think it really matters, at least in this time that where it's manufactured, because the paper performs the same for the most part. And some people have told me, oh, if you get the lined version, it holds up better. We have the lined version, and we can try. Okay, before I forget, the pen test. Let me quickly show you real quick. I did an ink test here on the back. Now, if you are a fountain pen user, I, again, would advise that you look for alternatives. I will link down below a video that I did a few months back sharing actually my favorite notebooks to use with fountain pens that are still budget friendly. But just for science, for this video demonstration purposes, this is my TWSBI in extra fine. This is their glow in the dark version, and then this is my purple, the iris TWSBI in fine. So extra fine, fine, nib. So as you can see right here, right away, those are the ones that bled through and that I already could tell right here, the extra fine and then the fine. Now let's talk about the one that I was hoping would work, but still showed a little bit of bleed through, but I'm not surprised. My favorite pen is, these are all my favorite pens, but as of lately, I really enjoyed this Artist Loft that I get from Michaels for my friends based in the US. This is at your local Michaels Arts and Crafts store. So this is a 0.7, and I was hoping it wouldn't be too bad, but it's right there under the TWSBI. You can see a little bit. It's right here, the Artist Loft. If I flip through it, I like how bold it is. But speaking of bold, a second alternative that I like, which actually surprised me that came out really well, is this Walmart. The Walmart Pen and Gear gel pen. I thought this was going to bleed through, but surprisingly, it did pretty well on this particular test, which looks like this. It can come, I think these come in a 2-pack if you're at Walmart. But this is very budget friendly again for like $1 or $2. This is like $1.50. And the one that I use the most, the one that you will see, especially if you watch my flip throughs, a lot of my art journaling spreads, I'm not doing fountain pens. I'm not using fountain pens to scrabble. And these are, again, just kind of like my scratch pad of creative expression. The pen that I use the most, that I feel very comfortable in, is the ballpoint, specifically Bic. I like ballpoint pens, but I like specifically the 1.6 millimeter pen, and that is the Bic. It's very soft, it's very cushiony, very bouncy when I write on it. So this is I would say my all-time favorite when it comes to art journaling and journaling within the Moleskine. Second favorite would have to be it's really just this at the moment. But second would be this Dollar Tree pen. It's called the Magna Tank, and it has like this the rose gold feature. The only thing is, I realized in my experience and through your guys's, feedback and comments, it does skip eventually. When I first got this, I was writing, and it was holding up fine. But then the more I wrote with, it could be because the ink, maybe, I don't know if you can see in the sun, but in this window, I don't think you can tell, but right here, no, but I can see in the window, like the ink is maybe running low, so maybe that's why it's skipping. But again, you guys, I got this at the Dollar Tree, $1.25. I'm not complaining that it skips every so often. And for a gel pen, it holds up really well with Moleskine paper. It comes out still nice and dark, as you can see right here on the back. There's no bleed through. So with gel pens, although it's not the retractable clickable pen, which I prefer, I still reach for this. And did you know it's actually waterproof? So if you like to paint or just something to keep in mind, it's actually a waterproof ink here. So not bad. The Sharpie S Gel, a lot of you guys have recommended this pen and you guys love using it. While I do find it to be an enjoyable gel pen to use, it does show slight, ever so slight, okay, like very, very, very slight bleed through. So if that doesn't bother you, then yeah, definitely go for the Sharpie S Gel. Specifically at the 0.7. I don't know if they make a 0.5, but if that doesn't bother you, then you may enjoy writing with this. Now all the other ones, the Bic Gelocity, because I like Bic, I decided to try their Gelocity version, which is the 0.7, and this actually performed pretty well. So there's no bleed through with that. You can see actually just looking at this, the most bleed through is right here. These two fountain pens, and then my Sarasa, this purple. It's the Sarasa Zebra. This is another favorite gel pen that I like to use just with other paper, specifically the X20, the dry, because it comes out very bold. They have this in various colors, black, green, pink, purple, blue, but just keep in mind that it will show more of the bleed through if that bothers you. All in all, the rest are, the Uni Jetstream ballpoint works fine. Surprisingly, again, the Pilot for gel, this is a 0.5 though. So this holds up really well. I know this is a popular gel pen, and I did that test right under my Michaels, and you could see that there was, where is it? The Pilot right on, yeah, that one did pretty good. So I hope this helps. Always stress to my viewers, find these on sale if you can, if you enjoy the Moleskine notebook for all the unpopular reasons that I enjoy the Moleskine notebooks. I like the specific dimension because it's not quite an A5, like a full A5 like the Leuchtturm. Oh, by the way, the Leuchtturm is the same, I would say it's almost, yeah, it's the same thickness as the Expanded, because this one I got is the extra thick one, the 100 GSM. I just wish these came more in soft cover, and I wish it came in like a blank version. But I like the Moleskines because they are, you're looking at, what is that, like half an inch? Yeah, half an inch slimmer in profile. And then I like the rounded corners. I like this cream colored page. Here's a comparison next to like white copy paper. So I don't know, something about the cream pages is very like softening on my eyes. And the 70 GSM paper, it's thin, but I think that's what makes me pull to it, like the thinness. I'm a very tactile person, so like the feel of it, it's not too thick, but it's not too thin, like tissue paper or like recycled paper. Okay, so apparently someone wrapped this. Maybe they didn't like it. Maybe they figured it was too thin, but it doesn't seem to be used, and that's fine. This is what I was talking about, where it comes in a wrap, so you know what it's called. It's the daily diary. Okay, so not daily agenda, not daily planner. It's the daily diary / planner. And then here on the back, this is where it has all the information. And it doesn't even tell you how many pages it has compared to like this. It'll show you like 400. I guess they just figured, hey, it has over 365 pages. But this is what I was referring to. It comes normally in a plastic wrap, so it would be hard for you to know if you like it or not, right? So I'm assuming someone probably opened this up, flipped through it, and realized, okay, maybe this isn't for me, because you can't do this easily at like your local, retailer. Another thing I like about these notebooks is that it has this black elastic closure, and I am one that prefers soft cover because when I'm done journaling, I can just put my pen in there, close it. And even in the past, when I was using the regular thin Moleskine, I would just kind of chuck this in my bag, and it was so nice because I didn't have to put like a pen, like an elastic. I didn't have to put like a pen loop. Just put my pen in there, throw this in my bag, and it just kind of hugs it. So yeah, I like the soft cover for that reason. I mean, am I a weirdo? Am I the only one that does that? Okay, so you're probably wondering why I would order something that's already outdated. Well, that's another hack that I enjoy doing to get these at such a great deal. I actually just use the whiteout strips or the little tape, and I have no problems going through the date and then just whiting it out. Now, you can do the whole thing. If you don't like the date at all, you can just easily go over it. Or if you like what I've done before in the past, you can actually just white out the actual day, because that's the only thing that really changes within the calendar is the day that the date falls under. So you can just white out the actual day, but you could still use this. Now, again, maybe you don't even want to use this as like a daily planner, or you don't even care for the date. Like, that's fine. You can just white out the whole thing, and then this can just be your actual journal page. If you're like me and you write a lot, you may enjoy using this. And because maybe if you are more of a writer than like an art journaler, you don't have to worry about this getting any thicker because you don't plan on putting like stickers and paper bits in here. But it's still a nice log of your life or the stories that you have within here. Now, if you are looking for some type of creativity or inspiration to kind of expand out of just writing or journaling per se, then I will link some videos here, there, down below for your entertainment.